guys, it's Joette with BalloonCoach.com, and today as we record, this is October 11th, 2023, and Liz Romani with PremiumConwin is going to share with us about the Smart-Twist inflator. Many people love it for inflating entertainer balloons and 5-inch balloons, and she'll show you those tips and tricks. And then we were also going to be talking about how to select the best inflator for your balloon business. I own 16 pieces of equipment as BalloonCoach.com. So, and I don't even have a balloon business anymore, but there are all these different inflators that I like for different reasons. And then obviously with having Balloon Boss Summit and other trainings, I do like to have different equipment for my members to be able to use when they're at events. So Liz is going to help you with some tips and tricks. And then at the end, we'll turn off the recording and have open Q&A. So for those of you watching this as a replay, if you ever want to come hang out and ask anything about your balloon business, come join us for one of our next lunch and learns. We'd love to help you guys out. And I am so excited that Liz Romani will be in person live at Balloon Boss Summit this year. And so representing PremiumConwin and doing a balloon boot camp where those of you who are like, I don't know which equipment I want for sure, you can come to Summit and try all the equipment out, see what's the best fit for you and your business style, and then also increase your confidence in creating the balloon decor because we have 30 amazing instructors building an array of decor at the event. So without further ado, I'm gonna let Liz talk about her thing because we want people who are coming to Summit to know about the equipment so they can make the right choice if they're wanting to currently pre-order before Summit to take things with them at a discount, or also just in general with your business to be able to be more efficient. So Liz, tell us who you are and go for it.
Hey, okay, thank you, Joette. So my name is Liz Romani. I am with PremiumConwin. I am the marketing specialist for them. I'm well versed in the balloon arena. I started out as a balloon decorator and managing a party store and saved the party store from extinction and no profits by introducing balloons, totally changed the entire store around. And for the first time ever since when I became manager, we were profitable in 50 years, which is crazy, but it's true. Balloons can literally save your business.
Ooh, that is such an awesome story.
It's great. So it's interesting because I'm now on so I understand the balloon decorator side of things, and I'm now on the other side of the fence with the manufacturers. And it's really great, guys, because I act as a link between the balloon world and PremiumConwin. These guys are freaking brilliant. They take all the information that you guys give me, feedback, suggestions, ideas for features on equipment. You guys tell me those things and I pass those along, and it's amazing because they consider everything that you guys are bringing to the table. So it's really good to kind of have that connection to a manufacturer and be able to communicate your ideas, your thoughts, the things that you need and want. We obviously want to make that happen for you. So kind of really, really cool. If you're coming to Summit, you can have a chat with me, give me your feedback, all kinds of great information that we can share and pass along. Today, we are going to talk about the Smart-Twist. The Smart-Twist is really handy. I absolutely love it. I'm going to show you a couple things that you can do with it. But this is really recommended for anyone who does like marquees. If you don't want to invest in a twin air sizer, which is my favorite, but it is like the top of the line of equipment for air inflators. You're talking like a $1,500 machine. This is the next option down that is really good for like entertainer balloons. So if you're a decorator and you do marquees all the time and constantly inflating flowers and double stuffed 260s, 160s, 5-inch balloons, anything like that, this thing is incredibly powerful and able to do. One thing I want to mention, so here's what the machine looks like. It has a little fun carrying handle. It's very lightweight and easy to kind of take with you. So if you're doing a job outside, it's battery operated. So, and the battery lasts a very long time. We say more than 8 hours. It's been tested way beyond 8 hours. I had a balloon twister tell me that he used it 2 days in a row, 15 hours, and the battery barely went down. So it's a very powerful, very good, long-lasting battery. We know that from experience. So when you get your Smart-Twist, it comes with this really cool handy carry case. So this is designed to just go right over your shoulder. If you do, so like if you're an entertainer and you do restaurant work, it has this little carry case where you can just fit this right in and walk around. So it basically allows you to have like a mobile twisting station. So you don't have to be stationary on a table. You can literally roam around in the restaurant with your handy little apron and inflating your balloons and twisting them for the guests. So really handy to have that. It does have an adjustable strap. So depending on your size, if you're short, if you're tall, if you're long, it doesn't matter. You can adjust it to whatever size feels comfortable for you as you walk around. Another thing I really love about this, it comes with this really cool cutter. So it's a built-in cutter. You can see it has a notch there, and it can fit either on the front of your machine or it notches right into the side. And that's just for that easy sort of like you're inflating a balloon and you just need to like cut a piece off of it. For instance, you can just cut it right through that little cutter there, and it's really handy. I use it all the time when I'm twisting balloons. And the other thing is it also comes with this belt adapter. So if you don't necessarily want it on your machine, you can literally slide it right into this handy little belt adapter. You can set it right here, which this is typically how I used it. I would twist and then I would just cut my balloons directly right on my belt. Be careful though, because sometimes your shirt can get caught in there. And I've had that happen to me sometimes. If you're wearing a nice top, you want to make sure you don't accidentally cut or slice your shirt by dropping your blouse in there. So just be aware of that.
Very
But I love
important
it.
tip.
Very
Important tip.
Yeah, because this blade is sharp, you guys. And it will cut your shirt if you accidentally slide your shirt in there. So just make sure you don't do that. Okay, so when well, first of all, it has these fun little suction cup feet. Well, they're not really suction cup feet, but they are like rubber feet to help grip the table. So like if you are going to use this on a surface and not necessarily have it in your little carrying pouch, it does have these handy little friction feet that allow your machine to kind of stay in place on the surface that it's on. Okay, so another little thing, when you get your machine, you want to plug it in. So it comes with a cord, and of course it is battery operated, but you want to make sure that you charge your battery. Okay, so you're going to plug it in. When you plug it in, it won't actually charge unless you turn it on. So you want to make sure when you plug it in, you turn your machine to on, and that will basically activate the start of the battery charging. Okay, one thing I want to say, guys, so our equipment all comes with a 2-year warranty. Okay, PremiumConwin, it doesn't matter what line you buy, it's all a 2-year warranty. It is so important, if you come away with anything about this equipment today, never let your battery get to 30% or lower. Okay, that will void your warranty. Okay, when your battery hits 30%, it basically has a very difficult time maintaining and keeping the charge. So what I recommend is literally you do a job, you can, as soon as you get back home, I would just charge it back up. It's that simple. Like you don't have to wait until you run your battery down to charge it up. You don't even have to wait until it gets to 30% before you charge it up. Yes.
So Liz, how do you know that it's at 30%?
Okay, so great question. So once you turn it on, your screen is going to light up here. So you can see right here, this is my battery charge. So as I start to use this, this number will drop. So it may take a couple hours, but this might go to 98, then 97. But what you can do, which is not necessarily really well known about, is you can actually use your machine while it's plugged in. So it will actually continue to charge your machine while you're using it. You just, when you're obviously like in a park or at a restaurant roaming and you don't have a power source and you are running on the battery, just watch that your battery doesn't go below 30%. I would say like, if it starts getting down, I would just charge it up. I just make it a general rule of thumb. always charge my equipment as soon as I come back home. And it will keep your battery the longest lasting possible, and it will not void your warranty. So don't let it go below 30%. Okay. So don't forget that. The other thing is, I want to make sure you know, so this is an automatic timer. If you just push the buttons up and down here, it will change the amount of air that's basically coming out to get your 5-inch, your 260, your 160 as full as you want it, right? So like if you're making a basket or you're making a wall and you need them all a specific size, this is a great way to just get that consistency from balloon to balloon rather than manually sizing them with a ruler. It comes with a little 160 adapter here. You can see it's tapered really thin there to allow your 160 to inflate. It sits right upside down, or no, it sits right side up here. And then this one comes with the 260 and 5-inch adapter, and it sits upside down as a storage way. When you want to use it, you simply put it over the inflation valve there. But when you use it, you want to make sure, you can see here really close, that you see how that's recessed in there? When you put this on, you want to make sure that you really put it in tightly so that there's no, like, this is flush. So like right now, if I was to use this would easily come off. So for instance, I don't have it down all the way and I'm using a balloon on it. I could pull the balloon off. I could actually pull this off with the balloon because I don't have it fit all the way down. So you're going to really push that down, and now you can see it's flush. Do you see the difference there?
Yes.
So now that is the correct way to put your nozzle on the inflator to ensure that it's basically friction fit and it's not going to come off as you're pulling your 260 off of the inflator. Okay, so let's say we've set our size. Let's just figure out what size we want. Whoops. We'll just go 4.0. Okay. In order to inflate your balloon, all you have to do after you set your timer, you just have to push the red button. And then just pull it off of your nozzle, tie your balloon, and repeat until you get, as many as you need. But this little machine is super powerful. It's super handy, and it's great not just for decorators. I love it not just twisters. I love it for decorators. If you're doing those like really fancy marquees and you're doing distortion, this is great to get the exact same size. Instead of counting the pumps, like how many pumps do I need to make a flower petal and make it consistent with the next flower petal, you can literally just shove it inside your 11-inch latex, set your timer, and you'll get the same size every time rather than the manual counting and manual pumping. So yeah, that is the Smart-Twist in a nutshell. Very amazing tool. Like I said, it's so powerful. You can do double stuffed with it. It's not recommended for 11-inch 350s. It can obviously do a 350, but I would say as you get up to the higher levels of balloons, it's really recommended for the lower kind of like inches. So the 260 or the 260, the 160, and the 5-inch is really what this is recommended for. Any questions?
Awesome. Thank you, Liz. So guys, any questions currently about this inflator? So she can answer any questions. Anybody that has one and has a question about it, or one that's thinking about it, but you're not sure. And again, you guys who are coming to Balloon Boss Summit in Orlando in just a few weeks in November, we will have several there that we'll be using with our instructors to inflate some really cool stuff, and that you can hang out with Liz and practice with all of the machines. And those for you in the Summit group, there is the discount codes for the equipment that we're using at Summit. So
one other thing I forgot to mention. So this is actually applicable to all premium equipment. Okay. I put a link. Joette just showed it. there's a link for a replacement fuse. If your machine ever has difficulty turning on, it's likely a problem with the fuse. All machines except for the micro air and the gas, the twin gas, or the smart gas sizer, the one that does the gas that's on the premium line, all of those machines have a built-in replacement fuse already, and they're always located. You just have to use like a screwdriver. They're always located right below the power outlet. So you see that tiny little, there's like this little box there. If you open this up with a screwdriver and pull it out, you're going to have an active fuse and you're going to have a replacement fuse. You can literally take the active fuse out, replace it with the replacement fuse, and slip it right back in. And that should that ideally should fix any problem that you might have if the machine does not turn on. So that is always a first kind of line of troubleshooting. If that doesn't solve the problem for you, you can always contact myself on Facebook or email. You can always contact PremiumConwin directly online at PremiumConwin.com/contact and just let us know what your issue is. You can also call the office. They're always like super busy. So if you don't get an answer right away, just leave a message. And you can, like I said, always follow up with me to say, hey, I reached out, I haven't heard anything, or hey, can you kind of see where this stands? I'm always happy to sort of be that contact person for you to help you resolve anything or any issues that you might have. Ta-da!
Yay!
Yay!
All right, so guys, now the next part is ask Liz questions about how you decide which machine. So if you're one of those people that you're like, I've been looking at this machine and this machine, but I'm not sure which one's the right fit for our business, feel free to open up your mic and share what you're looking for. And I will pull up some images for you guys on the screen too, to be able to see. So if you have been in the market for upgrading the machines you currently have or getting a new backup, please go ahead and ask away. I'm going to share that screen real quick.
And guys, for anyone coming to Summit, you will be excited to know that you are going to be exposed to a very exciting, revolutionary item. It's in a prototype stage at the moment, and it basically turns your micro air, which is a single inflator, single valve inflator, into a dual inflator. So it turns this into you can blow up 2 balloons at the same time. So you guys are going to be the first ones to try this out. Give us feedback, see how it works. If you like it, what tweaks do we need to make before it gets altered, changed, adjusted, and then hits the market? So it's a really exciting time to be part of Summit. You get to be on the front line of producing a brand new piece of equipment, which is crazy cool. So if you're not coming to Summit, I think, Joette, you said there's like 6 seats left. Is that
We're
right?
at 4 now.
4 seats left, you guys. This is an amazing opportunity to be exposed to 40 different instructors, you guys. This has never happened before. The amount of information that you get from every instructor is so diverse and so incredibly useful, and it's personal and it works, and they're sharing their stories. And most times I found at any convention I've ever attended, you get the most valuable information when you're having those one-on-one conversations with people who have been in the trenches, who have been there and done that, have tried something and succeeded, and they're sharing the things that worked for them that you can then use in your business. So if you're on the fence, now's the time to do it. There's going to be amazing people in that room and a wealth of information. So sign up. 4 seats left. You don't want to be the odd man out.
I say the last 2 years we have sold out and always at the last minute, and then we end up with a long waiting list because for some reason all these people wait till like the week before, and then they're left on the waiting list watching us on social media. So don't be one of those people and grab your seat. So while we're waiting for questions to come up, just want to let you guys know, if you want to join us at Summit, you go to BalloonCoach.com, click join us on Summit. You'll see this. You'll see the 30 instructors that we have. 30 people, lots of wonderful, excellent sponsors for the event. And so you can see all of that information here. I'm not going to spend all your time reading through it because y'all can read, but I want to make sure you guys know that all this information is here for you to be able to grab your tickets. And then with Liz, I'm going to put up the image for you guys of some of the different pieces of equipment. And again, if you guys have questions where you're not sure, like, should I get the mini cool air or the micro air? Should I get the foil pro? Or what's the difference between the Air Force and the dual air? Those are questions that you can ask today. So don't be shy. If anybody has a question, I'm sure other people will have that same question about the equipment too. You can type it in the chat if you're in a place where you can't talk, or if you're on live with us, you can open up your mic and ask. And sometimes what happens is people get shy and they don't ask the question. So I'm going to ask one that I know a couple of people have asked me about, which is on the, is when you're looking at the difference between doing the Air Force 4 and the Twin Air.
Oh, okay. Yeah, great question. So the Air Force 4, 100% hands down, great for organic work. It churns out very quickly. It's very powerful. With the blue attachment for the Air Force 4, it blows up 3-footers incredibly fast. It's probably one of the fastest pieces of equipment that we have. The Twin Air, or the Air Force 4, is not a digital sizer. It has 4 nozzles, which is great for multiple staff working. It has there we go, thank you. It does have 3 5-inch adapters that you can cover up the nozzles. You can see there where you can inflate those 5-inch balloons. It does also inflate 260s. However, on a 260, you do kind of have to pull it up to kind of help the air get into the balloon, okay? It is a good piece of equipment. However, if you are doing sizing work, so if you're doing columns or a backdrop that's not organic, you're doing things that need to be churned out quickly, efficiently, and also at a specific size, the Twin Air is the way to go. However, I will say that it's almost 3 times the price of the Air Force 4. You can absolutely use an Air Force 4 for classic work, but you have to have a sizing box or a way to manually size all of the balloons that you're basically outputting. The Twin Air is my personal favorite. I know it's Joette's personal favorite. The Twin Air, hands down, is like the Mercedes. It's the top of the line for air-filled equipment. It is crazy cool. At Valley, we had the Twin Air Sizer. This one that you're seeing on screen is the Twin Air Sizer 2. The difference between the two, and this might encourage people to upgrade if they have the Twin Air Sizer. The second edition has a more powerful motor. And like you can tell in the sizing. So like if you're a business that is ordered, that has 2 of them, the sizing that you put, a 4.0 on a Twin Air Sizer 2 versus a 4.0 on a Twin Air Sizer will not output the same size, because the motor in the Twin Air Sizer 2 is a more powerful motor. So there is a sizing guide on the side, but what I love about the Twin Air Sizer 2, it will inflate every single balloon on the market. There's not a single balloon, double stuff, single stuff, 160, 260, 350 bubble. It will inflate it. It is so precise in the timing. It never heats up. The Air Force 4, you do need to, like, you can have it on continual use, but it will output hot air. Okay, there will come a point where you have to let your Air Force 4 rest. The Twin Air Sizer, tested for over 300 hours straight. The temperature never changed. It could have gone more beyond that, but 300 hours straight, they figured that was good enough for the test. The air is made with the cool air technology. It will never heat up, never needs to be calibrated. It also comes with that replacement fuse box that you can find right under the power right under the power cord. Gosh, the twin air sizer it can do everything. So I love it for how quick it is. And also, like, I did organic with it all the time, right? So it just depends. Are you able to afford a $1,500 machine versus a $500 machine, right? But the $1,500 machine, that twin air sizer, it does everything. It sizes. It's like another staff member. It's amazing. Like,
Yep,
for
we
real,
always named
right?
ours.
Yeah.
So guys,
You
we did. We had names for it because it doesn't talk back. It just does what you need it to do. It's a great staff. But what I want to do, guys, is thank those of you who are on live with us by turning off the recording and allowing you to ask anything, because some people are shy during the recorded part. And then just remind those of you who are watching this as a replay, when you have questions about growing your balloon business, email joette@BalloonCoach.com, or just go over to my website, and on the homepage you can schedule a 10-minute free consultation with me if you're trying to figure out if Summit's the right fit with you, or if you prefer to be in our Balloon Boss Mastermind online monthly program that gives you access to me with 4 live trainings and so much more. But
Can I say one more thing?
Sure, Liz.
Before you turn off the recording? So people have told me, like, oh my God, that's so expensive, right? It's like $1,500. Like, I agree. That's a lot of money.
For the twin air?
For the twin air sizer.
Okay.
However, with proper pricing, okay, within 30 hours of work, if you are pricing yourself properly for profit, you will have made back what you paid for the twin air sizer in 30 hours. That's less than a week worth of work. So if you look at it that way, you have paid yourself back, okay? And it just continues to, that return on investment just keeps churning out. So I'm just saying, if you're pricing yourself properly for profit on time, you will have paid yourself back for that machine in 30 hours.
That's awesome. I love it. And the last thing is that all of the balloon distributors primarily will sell you PremiumConwin equipment. And we just wanted to give a shout out and thank Brody's for being the one that always supplies the equipment for Balloon Boss Summit and our other hands-on training for people to be able to purchase. So if you are already coming to Summit and you're wanting one of those pre-order discount items, please go to our special group that's only for those with tickets so that you can see the details of how to get a hold of them to pre-order, or also at the event you can talk to Liz some more about the one that's right for you. And again, guys, if you need help, go to BalloonCoach.com, click on there for time with me or to send me an email. I can always hook you up with Liz and their information about their PremiumConwin equipment. Liz, thank you for your time. We appreciate you being here today.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Okay, so Liz, is there a gas inflator that will inflate just one balloon and not, I mean, it and two, but I mean, I just need one balloon, for like when you're doing bouquets and all that?
Yes, so absolutely great question. If you're doing bouquets only and not necessarily like a helium arch, you actually want to go with the Duplicator 2. The Duplicator 2 has 2 outlets. One of the outlets, Joette, try going up. I think it's on the first page. One outlet is specifically designed for, there it is, yep, for Mylar inflation. You can see the tapered one, right? Yep. And then the other one is designed for just a latex inflation. And it does have the 260 adapter, the 5-inch adapter, if you're doing smaller stuff and attaching it to like nitrogen, for instance. So that would actually be recommended if you just want a single option. It's more affordable. I know it's less than $1,000. The DSSS, the dual split second sizer, that one is the top of the line for gas output. This has 4 inflation points. So, but it has 3 modes. You can actually toggle between them by just pushing a button, and it will allow you to just output on one side or both sides at the same size, or both sides at different sizes. So it just depends on the application. If you're just doing helium bouquets, highly recommend the Duplicator 2. That's really good for making sure you have consistent sizing in your helium bouquets and only needing the output of one latex like nozzle, basically.
Okay.
Does that answer?
Yes, it does.
Cool.
It's
Are you
it's
coming to
just
Summit?
I am coming to Summit.
Okay, they're gonna be on sale.
I know. I got to talk my husband into it. He goes, "You're fine with what you have," and I said, "But am I?"
Do you know what? Here's the thing. You actually save money by using a regulator that is timed because you're using less helium. You're not eyeballing anything, right? So you're
Right.
actually setting your timer for 9.0 or whatever, or 4.0, whatever the timer size is to get that like nice 10-inch looking balloon. By just saving 1 inch, you're saving so much money on helium. It's insane. So really, it's a trade-off. It's
Yes,
a
yes.
trade-off that keeps on giving.
All right.
Thank
So,
you.
all right, I'm going to pause our recording again because that's when we always get the questions. So just a reminder, guys, when you're on BalloonCoach.com, not only can you get information about Summit, but on our homepage, you can always go down and join our Balloon Boss Mastermind program. This video here tells you about it. Stay a month or stay years. It's totally up to you for online training and support. But if you want to schedule a free 10-minute consultation with me, just click here and book now. It can be anything like, Joette, I'm not sure what my name should be for my business, to, hey, I'm trying to decide which live training I should go to. Here are some of the different ones that I see that are available, and I can give you my input on the ones that I know about. To asking a question on, hey, people are ghosting me every time I send a quote, and I'm not sure how to get people to take my bid. So when you have questions, you can go here and book now and schedule a 10-minute with me. And that includes my current Balloon Boss Mastermind members. If you're needing just to touch base with me for a quick 10-minute, you can go in and book those conversations with me. Thanks for joining us for our Lunch and Learn. And I look forward to helping you out next time we have a training. Do one thing today your future self will thank you for. Take action and thrive.